as your new alignments have me questioning you, I gotta say, this is a great get. All the way from Newport News, Virginia, you got 23 Hazard.
I watched a lot of his matches, Ring of Honor. He is a great competitor. I think he's going to match up well here in the Cruiserweight Classic. We'll give him a chance and see what he does, and hopefully we have him back again.
Now, we talk about being an outsider, sometimes just being from a different city or a different province. This man's from a different country. Will that have any effect on this, Coach Sapp?
Normally I would say yes, but he looks like he would fit into the south end of St. John.
That is very well said. That is very well said, Coach Sapp. You know, and this guy has confidence to wear the number 23, a number associated with greatness. LeBron James, David Beckham, most famously Michael Jordan. He's basically saying, I got GOAT-level confidence.
That's pretty much what he's doing, and he's exuding the confidence walking around the ring. We'll see if that transpires when he gets in the ring.
Donning the colors of the Los Angeles Lakers. Is it showtime, Coach Sapp?
I'm kind of entertained right now. He looks like he's going to get into a fight before he even gets in the ring. But donning the colors of the Lakers, one of the most dominant, if not the most dominant team in NBA history. We talked about the number 23 and its significance.
And his opponent.
But he is facing off with a Maritime legend in his own right.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for your favorite in mind, the Maritime Luchador!
Listen to this ovation for the Maritime Luchador Fantana. And what can we expect from this match, Coach Sapp?
Hey, it's been a long time since we saw Fantana in action. Last time we saw him was June when he came up short in the ladder match to crown our inaugural world champion, heavyweight champion. He's back tonight. I gotta wonder if he's got ring rust, because 23 Hazard has been putting in the time.
Now, Gary, what was your thought process in making these two go head-to-head in the opening round?
Well, they match up really well. I'm really excited to have Fantana back. He's been gone for a long time. I'm mostly excited so those idiots will stop asking me, where is Fantana? Where is Fantana?
Well, he's going to get a slice of pizza, I think.
I wouldn't call them idiots, but I do thank you for bringing them in.
Well, I mean, he's a nice guy, but right now he's got his dirty feet up on where we're serving food. So, I mean, how much of a favorite is he?
No, you guys.
I got to agree. I got to agree with Gary on this one.
Well, I hope Fantana silences both you. And look at this, a man of the people, breakdancing, that background and cheerleading. And Hazard already out of the ring.
He's such a nice guy, Fantana, that everybody says how much of a nice guy he is. But why does he wear a mask? If he's such a nice guy, what does he need to wear a mask for? What's he hiding?
Well, this is a Cruiserweight tournament, and I think one of the most elite Cruiserweight styles is Lucha Libre, and he is honing in that. Excuse me.
Gary's about to demand pictures of Fantana and call him a menace.
It weirds me out that none of us know what he looks like. It could be one of us. We don't know. If we're not in the ring here at the same time, one of us could be Fantana. Oh, this guy is really good.
Hazard has almost gotten into like 5 different fights with the audience.
I like this Hazard guy. I love his attitude.
Well, we compared him with the numbers with, Jordan and LeBron. He's looking more like Ron Artest getting into it with the crowd right now.
Hey, until you can afford to sit up here, shut your mouth.
Ouch.
We'll leave it to the American to be classist. Here we go to start this match.
He's not winning over any fans anytime soon.
You talk about fans getting in your head. He's almost fighting the fans, Coach Sapp.
He's yelling at my 5-year-old right now.
Hey. Do you approve?
Hey, the kid's going to have to learn to stick up for himself. I'm glad he's doing it.
Oh, dear. We've already lost control before the bell's even rung here.
He's really got the fans going. They're extra fired up tonight.
Oh, goodness. I don't know why Hazard had to bring politics into this. He's going to cause a hazard in the crowd.
You're the one who said something about American being classless, bringing politics into it, Travis.
Would you stop?
That is a good point. Travis does have a tendency to get his mouth and get himself in trouble with his mouth, so we expect it.
I get assaulted for doing my job.
That I had nothing to do with, and I was very upset with him for doing that. I just wanted to address that with you.
Alrighty. Back at the task at hand here. Hazard says it'll be easy. I digress. You've been in the ring with Fantana. You know one thing for sure. It's not easy.
It's not easy, and although I don't look like it now, I did have some cardio back in the day, and I was, as they say in the biz, blown up in about 2 minutes being in the ring with Fantana.
You mentioned the cardio. And the Canadian crowd letting Hazard know that he sucks after calling the 51st state. After that picture-perfect drop kick from Fantana.
That was a great drop. He is going to fight one of the fans. Like he's spending more time arguing with the fans than paying attention to Fantana, which is a mistake.
And they're getting in his head a little bit. And look at Fantana. Fantana's just letting it happen. He knows the more the crowd gets into the head of 23 Hazard, the more of an advantage Fantana gets.
Yeah. You know, we've mentioned in so many matches about letting the crowd get in your head, but waist control from Hazard. Plants Fantana. Forget getting in the head. He wants to fight the crowd, man. This is a multiple hundreds-on-one handicap match in his head.
Yeah, well, where 23 Hazard comes from, that's just a Saturday night.
In the mean streets of Newport News, Virginia, representing VA. Now, Garrett, I love this matchup you made because Fantana returns the favor and follows up with a senton. I love that you found a guy with more experience than Fantana. That's hard to do.
Thank you, Travis. I wish the fans would appreciate the matches that I put together for them more than they do, but
I think they very much appreciate this. They just don't appreciate the stuff that Hazard's saying to them.
How long, Travis, have you said that 23 Hazard been wrestling?
25 years.
25 years, and the guy looks good because if I had to guess, if you told me this guy was wrestling for 25 years, I'd be like, oh, so he's been wrestling since he was 5.
Really, though, he does. He looks fantastic. He's in great shape, and I don't want the fans at home to get twisted. This man has legitimate pedigree. He tag teamed for years with the Hall of Famer, the Honky Tonk Man. Woo! One of the longest reigning IC champs of all time. And you see on that Irish whip,
the longest reigning IC champion until last year and a half ago.
That's true. This is very true. And Fantana with the lariat sends Hazard to the outside.
Out to the fans that really do not like him.
And the fans firmly behind Fantana. I mentioned the pedigree of Hazard, though. He also has a victory over Johnny Fandango Curtis, his fellow Maine wrestler. Wow. And most impressive to me, Gary Daniels, he has a tag team victory over, in my opinion, one of the greatest modern wrestlers, the cleaner, the best bout machine, Kenny Omega.
Agreed. Also one of my favorite wrestlers.
Absolutely. Oh, and you see Fantana just drops Hazard.
Victory over Kenny Omega, teaming with Honky Tonk Man, and we actually talked about this before we went on the air, Travis. 23 Hazard. A guy like the Honky Tonk Man is a veteran, and I know that now in his career, it's the latter stages. Now more than ever, he needs to pick tag team partners that are essentially going to be able to help carry him.
This is true.
He's now kidnapping children.
Kidnapping children. Speaking of tag team partners, Fantana found a tag team partner in the front row and delivered a shotgun drop kick.
Scott, outside interference, Scott Myers.
He's admonishing him for it.
Yeah, he should be ringing the bell.
It's a warning. Referee's discretion, as you like to say.
Well, used a foreign object.
Yeah.
A
23 Hazard having a handicap match now with Fantana and a small child.
Well, in his head, this whole match has been a handicap match. You see Hazard complain to the referee now, saying that his eyes hurt. Let's see what's going on here. Hopefully it doesn't end in injury. I hate that. Oh, come on! Speaking of hurt eyes, a thumb to the eye. I think the Honky Tonk Man would be proud of that one.
There's your 25 years of experience coming out right there. Sucked him right in.
thumb to the eye, launches him in the turnbuckle.
Hazard just retaliating on Fantana's cheating. Fantana, again, he pulled in outside interference
My
earlier.
goodness. Well, I won't get into a discussion of an eye for an eye, but you see Fantana launched hard into that middle rope, and the velocity sends him to the canvas and raining down left hands.
And here's the thing. We call them ropes. Boys, those are cables. Those are metal cables that Fantana got thrown into.
Fantana just had
first.
surgery on his mouth, too,
That's
didn't
an
he? And just
excellent-
get thrown into that bottom rope.
Excellent point, Gary.
That was on purpose, I think.
Of course, man. Listen, Hazard, for as much as he talks trash, he knows what he's doing.
Came to catch a body.
You hear it there. He came to catch a body, and he is honing in on a target. Trained by Frankie Armadillo and Larry Huntel, but also has done work with Scott Hall.
Scott Hall, we talk about Intercontinental Champions. To me, one of the absolute greatest of all time. And his knowledge, Scott Hall's knowledge, you hear the term psychology, the way he could approach opponents and get in their head. If he even passed down 1/10 of that knowledge to 23 Hazard, that is going to make him hazardous to any opponent.
And speaking of Hazard, what a thrust kick. You mentioned Fantana with those lost teeth. Between that forearm earlier and that thrust kick, do you think he lost some more?
He might have to go back to the dentist after this match.
Near fall here for 23 Hazard.
You got to wonder, too, with Fantana. Last month, or when we were last here, he thought he was going to have a heavyweight championship match. And that is the richest prize, so now he's shifting. We got to wonder if he had to cut some weight to get back to a cruiserweight level. On top of that, possible rust where he hasn't been in the ring since June. We talked about surgery.
This is very true. Side Russian leg sweep. A little AI-style crossover. Oh, and drops the chop on him.
Very innovative. I like it.
Looking like Iverson, but did not get the 3. Now, does the showmanship help or hinder, Coach S.O.W?
Well, when you're the opponent who's hearing the showboating, hearing the taunting, in your head you're trying to figure out what is he saying. You now find yourself starting to try and listen to what your opponent is saying to insult you, rather than focus at the task at hand.
Almost a war on two fronts. And Gary, we talk about cruiserweight wrestling. We often talk about the high-flying style, but we're seeing excellent technical wrestling here from Hazard.
Yeah, a lot of people think of them as just that, just high-flying wrestlers, but they're very technical. They know what they're doing in there. It's not just a jumping around, leaps and bounds match.
And Hazard eats a couple knees, sliced bread
But then they can hit
on
something
the
like that.
menu
That was awesome.
for Hazard, and Fantana can't make the cover.
There's been a lot of great cruiserweights who've had a more technical style than high-flying. Dean Malenko,
The Iceman.
Jamie Noble.
Absolutely.
So you're right. It's people hear cruiserweight, they think of a high-flying luchador style. 23 Hazard showing it. Rudy Lockhart in our VIP match, showing us a different style of cruiserweight.
Precisely. And even you see Fantana represents the lucha style. There's so much submission wrestling in Lucha Libre if you watch the Mexican style. And he lands a European uppercut, follows with that high kick. Coach S.O.W, what does that kick feel like?
It feels like you are the one who needs to get surgery on your teeth and your jaw.
Gary, looks like Fantana's charging up here.
He's charging up for something. Let's see. Big kick in the corner. Here comes Pat and Fantana.
Oh, and that elevated drop kick in the corner. And Hazard is feeling it now. Only a 2 count. What does Fantana have to do to put away Hazard?
You got to wonder if it's getting in his head. We still haven't seen Fantana go for things like the 506, his moonsault.
This is true. And perhaps Hazard smartly shoving him into that rope so hard he doesn't want to go for it.
But he's now going up. Now there could be that Fantana measuring. Hey, this venue, we talked last show.
Here we
still
go.
had enough clearance.
Fantana moonsaults, but because of our low ceilings, he had to modify it and can only go off the middle rope. Do you think if it's off the top, that was 3?
I think it was a 3 count if it was off the top. You're right, Travis. He didn't hit it clean. He didn't have enough clearance.
Getting in his head, too. Hesitated a second. Gives 23 Hazard a second to recover.
Yeah.
You don't want to recover in this position, though, against Fantana, let me tell you.
You want to go.
Coach Sab, where are we?
We are in the 5. Well, we might be in Virginia Beach, actually.
Oh.
Hazard did his homework.
Absolutely. Caught the legs of Fantana, dragged him back in the ring. And there it is, the car bomb. Flush on Fantana. Is this it?
Upset.
Oh. Fantana now survives the car bomb. That bandana's off Hazard.
You guys go to the same barber, Travis. I'm shocked.
I'll give Hazard this. He pulls it off better than me. But he's calling for the end here. Maybe he'll finish it off. We're going to find out, Gary.
We're going to see if he's up there with...
Thinking about trying to catch a body. Ducks the lariat. Fantana head scissors into a schoolboy. High stack. Is this it? Got him!
23 Hazard shot. He couldn't get his shoulders up. I got to wonder, hey, props to Fantana. His first match in over 6 months. You got to wonder, though, he's moving on to the second round tonight. Is that ring rust, is that cardio up to not only come back after 6 months, but come back and do 2 matches in one night?
Yeah. I like 23 Hazard, though. He looked good. We'll want to have him back.
I see Hazard complaining to Scott Myers. That's a tough loss to take, but I trust our referees. That was a 3 count. All credit to Hazard, man.
Hey.
He hit him with the car bomb. He had the 506 scouted. He has no shame in that loss, in my opinion.
No, hey, the shoulders were down for 3. Fantana probably should have been disqualified when he used outside interference to attack 23 Hazard.
But the eye poke's okay.
Hey, retaliation.
Well, we can argue about that all day, but what does count is that Fantana is moving on to the second round. Let's hear what these fans have to say, Gary.
Havoc wasn't happy with the 3 count. He said he got his shoulder up before the 3, and he's fighting his stance, but
Listen to the crowd against 23 Hazard.
Well, Hazard serenaded by the sounds of steam. A great rendition from our St. John crowd, if you ask me.